Hey, what's going on, folks? I hope you're having a great day. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Galaxy S21 Ultra, in specific, how to extend your battery life. This video was highly requested, so I wanted to make sure that I delivered something useful. By the way, I appreciate all of your feedback and video requests. If you have any other ideas for future videos, please let me know down in the comment section. Let's start with a few UI and display tweaks that you can do to give you a little bit more juice. The first thing that you can do is enable dark mode or use a theme that takes advantage of true blacks. Since the S21 Ultra uses an OLED display, true black portions of the display are inactive pixels. This means that there's no power going to those areas. Here's how to enable dark mode and how to locate themes that take advantage of true blacks. To enable dark mode, you're gonna go into your settings, and then look for display. And then right up here at the top, you have light and dark, select dark, and now you're using dark mode. If you tap on dark mode settings, you can actually schedule this so that way you can have it automatically turn on at night, or if you want to have it turn off at certain times of the day, you could do that as well. So if you want to download true black themes, you're gonna go into your settings and go under themes, and then do a quick search for black, and you'll see a bunch of popular themes that come up that take advantage of true blacks. So you're gonna want one that is predominantly black. So we'll select one of the free ones. So we'll select that one, and then you can scroll through and take a look at what exactly it's changing. So you can see when you're messaging or receiving an email, all of the menu and the context menus are black. Your quick toggle menu is black. Your text messaging layout is black. Your dialer is black. So this is gonna save you a lot of battery life right here, simply because these are all inactive pixels. To piggyback off of dark mode, picking out wallpapers that are predominantly black will also help you save a tiny bit more battery life. When combined with dark mode or a black theme, it should help you get quite a bit more battery life. It's not gonna be like substantial, but it should still be noticeable. There are quite a few wallpaper apps in the Play Store that are specific to AMOLED style displays. Here are a few that I use, and I'll also link them in the description. To give you a quick example, you can see the wallpaper that I'm using right here. Even though yes, it does have a lot of colors, it also has a lot of true black tones. And if I go to my lock screen, you can see the same thing here, a lot of true black tones. So we'll go ahead and log into my phone, and I'll show you under Wallpics. This is one of the apps that I use. So you could do a quick search for black, and it's going to show you all of the wallpapers that have black tones or are predominantly black. And then you can just select one of these. Just make sure that when you select one, so we'll select like the Superman, so you can see there is like a lighter gray tone here. That means there's still active pixels. You want one that is very dark. So like even this one, you can see the black tones are pitch black. So that's gonna be a good one. Next up is to change the refresh rate. I know the 120 Hz looks so good, but if you're ever in a pinch and want to save a little bit more juice, dropping the refresh rate to 60 Hz will definitely help you. Here's how to do it. So in case you don't know how to do this, you're gonna go into your settings, go under display, go under motion smoothness, and change it from adaptive to standard. Now you're only gonna utilize 60 Hz instead of the 120 Hz. It's not gonna be as smooth, but it will definitely help you save some battery life. To go along with adjusting the refresh rate, another thing you can do is lower the resolution. Again, I completely understand why you wouldn't want to do this. The Quad HD Plus resolution looks amazing, especially combined with the 120 Hz refresh rate. But if you know you're not going to be near a charger, putting the display in Full HD Plus will save you a couple hours easily. In order to adjust the resolution, we're gonna stay under the same display settings that we were just in. You're gonna scroll down to screen resolution, tap on that, and change it from W Quad HD Plus to Full HD Plus, and tap apply, and that's it. If you really wanna get ballsy with your battery, you can always change it to HD Plus, but that's going to be a little rough when it comes to how your display and pictures are gonna appear. I say sticking with Full HD Plus is perfectly fine. I know a lot of you may love the always on display feature, and if it's something that you find yourself using more than not, you can disregard this tip. However, if you don't care for it either way, then you can always disable it to conserve a little bit more battery. If you want to disable the always on display, you're gonna go into your settings, you're going to scroll down until you get to lock screen, and then look for always on display and just toggle that off. What always on display does is it basically keeps a small portion of your display always on in order to give you your notifications. So if I go back to my lock screen and give it a minute, you'll see the always on display pop up right here. So you can always just turn that off, and now it won't consume any battery whatsoever. So now if I lock my phone and then tap it, you can see nothing is happening. So that way it's not going to light up any of your display whatsoever. The downside to this is if you ever want to just briefly check your notifications, you have to completely turn on your display. But if you're not receiving a lot of notifications, this is going to be just fine. The last tip I have for you regarding display settings is to adjust your timeout settings. Changing this will affect the amount of time your display stays on before it automatically locks itself. Let me show you how to do it. So for this, we're going to dive back into the settings and we're going to go under display. And then we're gonna scroll down until we see screen timeout, tap on that, and then select a smaller amount. So right now mine is set for 10 minutes. This is just because I'm always doing on-screen things for video and I don't want my screen turning off. So I'm going to adjust it to 2 minutes. And if 2 minutes is too long, you can always drop it to 30 seconds. I think out of the box, it comes with 30 seconds by default. But some of you might have it already set to 1, 2, or maybe even 5 minutes. Adjusting this and decreasing that time is really gonna help you with battery life in case you forget to lock your phone. The edge screen is something I use occasionally, but it's not something I can't live without. Believe it or not, disabling it can help extend your battery life just a little bit. It's not going to be a drastic difference, but hey, every little bit counts. In case you're not familiar, this little area over here is your edge screen, and you can stash like apps over here, or you can even put things like the weather and a lot of other things. If you missed my tips and tricks video, make sure to watch that video because I cover the edge screen a little bit more and show you what you can do with it. However, if this is of no use to you, you're gonna go into your settings, go under display, scroll down until you see edge panels and just toggle that off. Now, this will not eat up any of your system resources like RAM, thus leading to a little bit better battery life. If you live or work in an area that doesn't get 5G service, then disabling 5G will certainly help extend your battery life. In order to disable 5G, we're gonna go into our settings, we're going to go under connections, we're gonna go under mobile networks, and right here where it says network mode, you can see we have 5G, LTE, 3G, and 2G selected. If we select the one right below it, LTE, 3G, and 2G, it will not enable the 5G antenna, thus saving you some battery. If for some reason you don't see these settings in your Galaxy S21 Ultra, you may want to reach out to your cell phone carrier and ask them about it. The next tip I have for you is to disable the improved location accuracy settings, but only do this when you absolutely need to or if you have experience with these settings. If you forget to turn them back on, it could impact various apps or connected devices that rely on GPS and Bluetooth. In order to do this, we're gonna go into our main settings, scroll down until we get to location, tap on improved location accuracy, and just disable both of these settings. But remember, you need to go back in and re-enable them whenever you're in an area where you can charge your phone or you want to take advantage of these settings. Make sure to read them thoroughly and understand what they do before you mess with these, because like I said, they could impact some of the things that you have connected to your phone or some of the apps that you rely on. Samsung has excellent device care settings, which we're gonna be diving into next, but one tip I have for you is to add a shortcut to device care settings right on your home screen. This way you can pull them up a little bit faster versus having to dive into the main settings. In order to add that shortcut, we're gonna go back into our main settings, scroll down until we get to battery and device care, tap on the 3 little dots in the top right corner, and then tap add to app screen. Now if we pull up our app screen here, we can see there's a device care toggle right there. And then you could just hold that down and then drag it to your home screen. Now that you have faster access to those settings, let's make sure that background usage limits are enabled. These will make sure Samsung doesn't continuously run a ton of apps in the background, causing your battery to drain quickly. So we're gonna go back into our device care settings. Then we're gonna tap on battery. And then we're gonna scroll down and tap on background usage limits. And make sure put unused apps to sleep is toggled on. To go along with that, enabling adaptive battery will allow your phone to limit battery usage based on your apps that you hardly use. In order to make sure that this is enabled, we're gonna go back into our battery settings within the device care page. We're gonna scroll down, go under more battery settings. Right up here at the top, we have adaptive battery. Just toggle that on, and that's it. Another way to save some battery is to manually adjust settings on power draining apps. Let me show you. In order to get a list of apps that are consuming more system resources or draining your battery, we're going to tap on battery once again from our device care main page. Tap on the grid right here, and then it's gonna give you all the apps that are consuming your battery. So at the top, you can see my number one draining app is YouTube. So if I tap on YouTube and then go down here to the bottom, I can tap on limit usage, and I have a choice to either cancel the action altogether or I can put the app to sleep. Here's a list of popular Android apps that are known for their aggressive power consumption. To go along with adjusting app settings, you can also put unused apps to sleep or simply remove them if possible. Since I have an unlocked model, I don't have too many unneeded applications, but I'll do my best to give you an example. In order to do this, we're gonna bounce into our main settings, scroll down until you see apps, tap on apps. Now go through and locate the apps that you never use or have no use for. So in this case, I'm going to select the Galaxy Wearables app. Granted, I do use it. I just want to give you a quick example. So if we tap on it, you can see down here on the bottom, we have the option to uninstall it. So you can uninstall certain apps, but some apps you may not be able to uninstall, and instead it's going to have a disable option. Let me show you. So if we back up and select a different app like Game Launcher, you can see uninstall is not available, but instead disable is there. So by disabling this app, it's no longer going to consume any system resources and it's going to put it to sleep. And you can go through and do this for all of your carrier bloatware that you have no use for whatsoever. Just make sure you go into your apps, select them one by one, disable or uninstall them. Enhanced processing is a nice feature used to get a little bit more oomph out of your phone's processor. However, it's only going to make a difference when either gaming, photo and video editing, or heavy multitasking like running multiple apps at once. Otherwise, for normal use, it's just going to suck up extra battery. Disabling it will definitely help give you a little bit extra juice when on the go. In order to disable enhanced processing, there's a couple different ways to do it. The first of which is to add that quick toggle to your quick toggle menu, and then locate that toggle and just toggle it on or off. The other way to do it is to go into your main settings, scroll down until you get to battery and device care, tap on battery, scroll down to more battery settings, and then make sure enhanced processing is toggled off. A common sense way of going a little bit further with your battery life is to take advantage of the different power saving modes or customize your own. So if we go into the main settings and then scroll down to battery and device care, tap on that, and then go under battery and tap on where it says power saving mode. It's gonna pull up a menu right here and you can toggle it on or off. You can adjust the settings like turn off always on display, limit CPU speed to 70%, decrease brightness by 10%, and limit apps and home screen usage for maximum power saving. And then you can quickly toggle this power saving mode on and off by going into your quick toggles, locating power saving mode, and just toggling it on and off. And if you ever want to get into that menu really fast, just tap on the words where it says power saving mode and it will pull up that menu. Tap on details, boom. To go along with the power saving modes, there's an adaptive power saving feature that pretty much automates many power saving features. It will help your phone decide which settings and apps to keep on based upon your usage patterns. It learns as you use your phone, so don't be too concerned if it's aggressive at first. It should get better as time goes on. It's a bit hidden, so let me show you where it's at. What we're gonna do is go into our main settings, scroll down until we get to battery and device care, tap on the three little dots in the corner, go under automation, and right here we have adaptive power saving, just toggle that on. And now basically it's going to automate your power saving features built into your phone that all come down to your usage patterns. Like I said, don't be too concerned if it's a little aggressive at first. You can always go in and toggle it off if you find it to be too aggressive, but it will learn over time. Speaking of automation, Bixby routines are an extremely powerful way of automating your entire phone. They can be used to automatically send a message, trigger smart home items, or enable settings based on time, location, or conditions. They can also be used to help automate certain power saving features. Here's an example of one created by one of the writers from Sam Mobile. Let me show you how to get started with simple battery-saving Bixby routines that don't require extensive customization. To get started with Bixby routines, we're gonna go into our settings. We're going to do a quick search for Bixby. Tap on where it says Bixby routines, and then tap on Bixby routines one more time. And then just do a quick search for battery. And you can see we have 3 different options. We have save battery at night, and then when traveling abroad. For this example, let's just select save battery at night. You're gonna input a time as well as a day of the week, or you can do every single day. So basically, whenever your phone hits this specific time on this specific day of the week, and it's not charging, power saving mode will turn on. Whenever you have this set up and it's to your liking, just tap save and it will automatically do this and you won't have to do a thing. I've done a video in the past on Bixby routines showing just how powerful it is. I can always do a refreshed video or more up-to-date one if you're interested. Otherwise, these little simple commands here and routines should help you out quite a bit. Finally, a little trick I learned to help speed up charging is to enable airplane mode. This will disable power-hungry things like your cellular, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth antennas and devote most of the charge to your battery and not running these things in the background. Just remember to turn off airplane mode whenever you're finished charging your device. It will definitely speed up charging times significantly. All right, people, that's the end of this video. That was like 20 tips and tricks to help you get a little bit more battery life out of your Galaxy S21 Ultra. If you have any ideas for future videos, make sure to leave them in a comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos just like this. Enable notifications to be alerted when these videos go live, and I'll see you beautiful people in the next video.